Hello, this is Alex from the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your East Idaho planning briefing for Wednesday, February 5th. Taking a look at the weather impact summary for the next few days. A long duration snowfall event is expected, especially during the mountains, going at least through Friday, and also for the upper Snake Plain. We'll show you more in detail in a few slides in terms of which areas are expected to see the most snow. For the interstate corridor from Burley to Pocatello to Idaho Falls, snowfall will be lighter and will be centered mainly on today into this evening. The next concern will be an increase in winds, especially by the time we get to Friday, with some of that wind continuing into Saturday, which could lead to some areas of blowing and drifting snow. And after a brief break, late Friday into Friday night, we expect another round of snow showers and breezy conditions to arrive for Saturday, along with a potentially strong cold front, bringing colder temperatures for the second half of the weekend. Taking a look at the satellite picture here this morning, we can see the cloud cover out over the Pacific, and notice these blue and green colors here indicating some increased moisture working into British Columbia. That moisture will drop southeastward into and across Idaho over the next 2 days. Taking a look at your weather impact overview, we've got a lot going on here. The snow showers across the Snake Plain, mostly a minimal impact, but there will be some slick spots from time to time. And then potentially some blowing and drifting snow, especially by the time we get into Friday. A little bit uncertain as to how bad the blowing snow might be at this point, but do know there is that potential. From the Magic Valley, impacts mostly limited to the snow showers today and again over the weekend. There's not a lot of snow on the ground there, so the blowing snow impacts are less. They're certainly not zero there, but they are less. And then finally getting into the mountains, this is where the impacts will be higher due to the fact snow showers are expected for the next couple of days. And then once we increase our winds late Thursday into Friday, the blowing and drifting becomes a concern there as well. And even into Saturday with the approach of our cold front. For the Lost River area, including Mackay, Chalice, and Arco, given the fact the moisture is coming in from the northwest, you will be mostly shadowed and not expecting much snow, except for in the higher terrain areas, the mid and upper slopes, especially the northwest facing slopes. Same thing for the Wood River area. Sawtooth will see more snow, particularly today and then again Saturday with the cold front. Notice on Sunday we go back to gray, little to no impacts, mostly turning drier and colder by the time we get into Sunday, but plenty of action before we get there. Here's a look at your forecast radar now. We'll cycle this through today and into tomorrow. Here we go for this morning. You can see in these blue colors, that's where snow is expected. The darker the blue, the heavier the expected snowfall. Notice the Arco Desert, not expected to see much of anything. Most of the snow showers will be along the interstate corridor today, and of course the mountains south and east of the interstate corridor. And of course the upper Snake Highlands in the Island Park area, expected to see nearly continuous snow through Friday. We'll let this cycle through one more time to give you another look at the trends. Now tonight into tomorrow, the snow should stop for the eastern Magic Valley, much of the Snake Plain, and temperatures will be warming, but snow will continue across the mountains into Friday. Here's a look at that Friday forecast. Notice the snow is expected to come to an end late Friday evening, overnight Friday, but the end will be brief as you see additional snow working into the Panhandle Friday night into Saturday. And at this point, those snow showers are expected to arrive on Saturday. Taking a look at the wind gusts for this evening, today into this evening, south and southwest winds here, generally in the 15 to 20, maybe 25 mile per hour range, with stronger wind gusts down here over the South Hills. And we'll take you through tomorrow now. Notice the winds gradually increasing tomorrow during the day, continuing to increase, and then continuing through Friday. So these orange colors here indicating winds gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range, and even stronger than that once we get into the higher elevation areas. And continuing into Saturday, the winds are expected to continue into Saturday, I should say, and then they start to wind down Saturday night and into Sunday with that cold front. Behind the cold front, Sunday winds, at least at this point, expected to decrease. Here's a look at the snowfall forecast for the rest of today. Generally 1 to 2 inches along the interstate corridor, with higher amounts south and east of there. Higher totals the higher you get into the mountains, especially those northwest facing slopes. And notice the Upper Snake Highlands here from Spencer east to Island Park is the most favored area for snow. The same is true for tonight. Tomorrow during the day, especially those eastern highlands favored for additional snowfall. And for tomorrow night, same story. The mountain areas, those eastern highlands are favored for the most snowfall. Also getting into the sawtooths as well for tomorrow night. And then Friday we start to trend the amounts downward as the snow showers gradually diminish. But the winds do increase on Friday, which will be another complicating factor for us. So adding it all together from today through Friday, here's a look at the total snow that's forecast. Again, little to no snow across the Arco Desert. Highest amounts across the eastern highlands here, east of I-15 towards the Wyoming border, south of 86 towards the Utah border, and for the sawtooths. Taking a look at the temperatures for today, they are expected to eventually get above freezing from basically American Falls east across the eastern Magic Valley. Notice that warming trend tomorrow, with temperatures for those areas getting into the 40s, but staying below freezing across the Upper Snake Plain and our higher terrain areas. We'll add a couple of degrees to that on Friday, and then Saturday we start the cool down behind the cold front. Low temperatures, same trend, continuing to warm over the next few days, peaking on Friday and into Saturday before dropping back down again behind the cold front on Sunday, and you can see the cool down after that Sunday night and into Monday. So recapping a long duration snowfall event, especially for the mountains, although some lighter accumulations are expected for the interstate corridor, especially today. We'll continue to see our winds gradually ramp up and peaking on Friday. That could lead to some areas of blowing and drifting snow. A brief break for us late Friday night before another round of snow showers with a cold front for Saturday. That'll conclude today's briefing. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, you can reach us at the phone number, email, or social media links seen here. And join us again here tomorrow for another East Idaho planning briefing. Thank you.